Hey, how y'all doing? This is Mongo Slade. Today we're going to talk about Nikki Cross versus Alexa Bliss. But first, hit the like button for me. Thank you kindly. Please hit the like button if you on your way in the door. Also, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you are subscribed, thank you. Please listen all the way to the end. Um, that really helps for all my analytics and all that type of stuff. I really want to get the channel to grow. So, we're told before the show really gets started that the main match set for the show is Alexa Bliss versus Nikki Cross. To get to this point, we get a Firefly Funhouse segment where we're introduced to a new Firefly Funhouse puppet, Friendship Frog, and you know. Before we get into the Friendship Frog thing, we get these Firefly Funhouse segments, and I saw that Alexa Bliss, she was talking about, in preparation for this character, all the research that she did. And she said she watched the Big Comfy Couch and all these other children's cartoon shows. And I think that the one bad thing about the internet is that she's still doing the character. And now we know everything about her, how she put it together and all this type of stuff. Like, we don't know everything. But it's kind of weird that she has a podcast where she basically talks like, "Oh yeah, I was doing all this stuff. I did all this research and yada yada yada." I'm like, okay, you kind of like it's cool to know in 10 years all the work you did putting into it, but like you've been doing this for like 2 months. Like you're kind of taking the mystique off of it. You're only doing it for 2 months. It's like I don't, whatever, man. Whatever. So this is a new day. Yes, it is. Anyway, we get the Firefly Funhouse, and Bray Wyatt is talking about friends. I was like, friendship. It's the rule of the day or the word of the day or whatever. And they're talking about how horrible friends are, and that friends always let you down and always burning things because he remembers that Randy Orton burned down the cabin. He's been teasing that for weeks. And Alexa is remembering that Nikki Cross is not the best friend in the world. And then we introduced the Friendship Frog, and he's talking like, "Oh, friendships last forever." I guess it's supposed to be like a takeoff of um what's that frog from the WB? What the hell? I guess it would be like Michigan J Frog from the WB. If you remember the Dave Chappelle skit that got that character killed off, I'm just gonna do a little sidebar on that because I think that was kind of the beginning of cancel culture, and I hate cancel culture. Is Dave Chappelle did a joke where he was talking about the WB, because the WB back in the day, it was a WB network for all you young folks. SmackDown, I believe, used to come on the WB, and what they used to call UPN. And Dave Chappelle did a joke because almost all the shows were black. Like there were like black sitcoms and characters that were a lot of black characters, and he was talking about how the frog, and he was like, "Welcome back, nigga, to the WB. I like chicken," and that essentially got the character killed off. Is when everybody he was like, "Oh, the WB is racist," is yada yada yada, and I think that was so fucking stupid, man. Excuse my language, but that was real dumb. Like that was some of the stupidest crap to get the character killed off for because Dave Chappelle made a joke about it. It's like it was a joke. Seriously. And this was in like what, 2006 or something like that, maybe 5. It was foolish. It was dumb. But I think that's what this Friendship Frog was supposed to be. It's kind of like a rip on Michigan J Frog. Anyway, uh his Michigan J Frog was, I mean, not Michigan J Frog, dang it, the Friendship Frog. The Friendship Frog was essentially talking about how friendship lasts forever and he believes in friendship. And again, then Bray Wyatt decided to sick uh, Alexa Bliss onto the frog. So he used, I guess, the help glove and over her head. And of course, this turns Alexa Bliss, I don't want to say turns her on because that's this different connotation. I guess that flips the switch. Is that less sexual? No? Okay. He touches her in her special place across her forehead. non-sexually. And she flips her personality and she grabs, I guess, the wand. I guess is that what we're calling it? The special magic wand of Bray Wyatt, and she uses it to smash the frog. And she smashes the frog to death. In which case, afterwards they have a moment of silence for the frog, where we get a video package for the frog that shows him as a tadpole, and then as a little bitty frog. And growing up to when he went to frog college, it was real dumb. It was real dumb. It was real dumb. Uh, but the frog got killed almost immediately. Now, the Firefly Funhouse always introduces new characters and kills them almost immediately. Though we never we never saw the actual murder of Wobbly Walrus, and I want that. I want to see Bray Wyatt like eating Wobbly Walrus or something like that. But I'm pretty sure that might be something we go back to later on with the Wobbly Walrus. In any event, that was sort of the setup that we're going to see that Nikki Cross, not Alexa Bliss, does not really care that much about friendship. Not anymore. Doesn't care about friendship anymore. So then we get Nikki Cross. She's talking about friendship, and she's basically saying like, hey, she told Alexa Bliss, you have to make a decision between me and the Fiend. And she chose the Fiend. So she doesn't care about being Alexa Bliss's friend anymore. She's just going to beat the Fiend out of Alexa Bliss. And I say, well, you're a bad friend, Nikki. You never make your friends choose between you and somebody else. That's bad friendship. You never do that. You help your friends make better decisions. You don't give them ultimatums. Like, you have to choose me or him. Like, I know that's good for drama, but that's bad for your personal life. Never makes people, they're always going to choose against you because you're being aggressive and stupid. They're always going to choose against you. You're being dumb. You're going out, you're attacking them and what they like, and then you're attacking somebody else that they like, instead of just, coaxing them to make better decisions. Anyway, Nikki Cross's new theme song is the drizzling shits. I don't know what it is. It's like some Reba McEntire, country bumpkin stuff. It does not fit her character at all. She needs to go. I know that because it's CFO or whatever, they can't go back to her sanity thing, but they need to find something that's similar, because will not do. And I'm glad to see that. And I'm going to say this because I'm pretty much going to be the only person to say this. Nikki Cross is in better shape now than she used to be. And I'm really glad to see it. Nikki Cross was kind of dumpy before. She was kind of short and fat, but now she's lost a little bit of weight. She slimmed down some. I'm really glad to see Nikki Cross in better shape. I'm always going to give somebody credit for getting in better shape. Nikki Cross is in better shape before. Unfortunately, the music is garbage. Garbage. Absolute garbage. And they're still kind of going with the whole Twisted Sister Nikki Cross thing, which doesn't really fit because Nikki Cross is no longer sort of the manic busybody that she was before. She's actually the kind of more focused of the two now. And back when Nikki Cross was sort of a spaz, it would make sense for you to call her like the Twisted Sister, when she was like, and that's literally just earlier this year when Nikki Cross was like being a complete and total, brainlet. But now she's being a little bit more focused, a little bit more determined. She's a different character after having 1,000 matches with Bayley. So then they have remixed Alexa Bliss's theme song also. They called it fiendized it or whatever. It corrupted Nikki Cross. Not Nikki Cross, dang it. Corrupted Alexa Bliss's theme song. It's not really good, if we're being honest. It's not really all that good. But I'm pretty sure this is temporary. Who knows how long it'll last. So they have the match, and Nikki Cross beats the crap out of Alexa Bliss. Just beats the dog shit out of her. And it makes sense because Nikki Cross is being, Alexa Bliss is being playful. She's playing around. This is her new character. She's based off of, characters she's seen on TV. And these are not aggressive, personalities. They're big friendly personalities. So she's being friendly and playful, and Nikki Cross is dead serious, like beating the crap out of her, banging her head against the ring, and really trying to get her to change her ways. which is, of course, also not good friendship. Like, that doesn't work. I'm going to give you a series of concussions to change your mind about who your friends should be. Like, no, that's not how friendship works. I'm not going to concuss you, give you CTE so you can change your friendships. It's like, no. Alexa Bliss already has a history of concussions. It's not smart. That's not smart. Okay, anyway. Uh, so she beats Alexa Bliss into tears. Alexa Bliss starts crying. Oh, and she starts begging off, which of course is all heel stuff. Just working, please, begging off, please, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And, Nikki Cross lets her guard down and they hug. And then she hits Sister Abigail and pins her. And, it was almost, of course, that, Alexa Bliss was faking. Okay. Alexa Bliss is not a character that's above faking anyway. We've seen Alexa Bliss in the past fake injuries, like she's double jointed in her elbows. So she would like fake that her arm was broken and all that type of stuff to try to steal wins. So this is along that same line. I saw a lot of people, again, I shouldn't have been looking at Twitter, but I saw a lot of people complaining about the way this match was booked. I said, well, look, this feud has legs. There's nobody else for Alexa Bliss to fight other than Nikki Cross. So obviously this is just match one. They're going to do this again and again before we get introduced to the fully changed Alexa Bliss. Now we get Alexa Bliss, she skated out of this match by playing on Nikki Cross's emotions. They're not going to be there the next time. Nikki Cross is not going to let her emotions override. She still cared for Alexa Bliss this time. Next time she's going to be a little bit more aggressive, and she's going to still be aggressive, but this time she's going to be unrelenting because she knows Alexa Bliss is lying, manipulating her. So this is just match one. You should know WWE. They're not going to do just one match in a series. Okay, they're going to do multiple of these. It's probably going to be 3 or 4 of them. Because at least for right now, Alexa Bliss has nowhere to go except for the feud with Nikki Cross, and Nikki Cross is not going anywhere else either. So you can pretty much see that these two are going to be attached to the hip, at least to the Royal Rumble. At least. At least until TLC, let's say. Because they're probably not going to wrestle 4 times between now and December. They'll probably have a tag team match or something like that up until before then. But giving Alexa Bliss that win made sense. Made perfect sense. Because, you had to tell the story that Alexa Bliss is too far gone. She's fully corrupted. And it makes sense as far as, how long it took for us to get here. That Nikki Cross had been trying to talk sense into Alexa Bliss all this time. And while she's been trying to talk sense into Alexa Bliss has been actively being brainwashed by the Fiend. So she's already started the deprogramming session way too late. And now they're going to have to come to blows on a serious level. Nikki Cross, already came pretty hard. Like I said, she was trying to get her CTE by banging her head on the ring. So I guess we're going to have to go a little bit harder than that. But I actually enjoy this story here. I like that Nikki Cross is going to be sort of the hero and how she's going to try to save her friend. And, that's what you should do. If your friend is corrupted and lost lost, you would go out into the ether to try to save her. And I think hopefully they do some type of cinematic match between these two. And that's really what I want. I want some type of cinematic, maybe Firefly Funhouse match between Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. And maybe you could do it for the Royal Rumble, where in addition to the Royal Rumble, you have a cinematic match. Well, maybe the Royal Rumble, probably not, because I think they're going to have the Royal Rumble in front of some kind of crowd. And maybe if it's just like an outside stadium. But I would like for them to do another Firefly Funhouse match with Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. I think that would make, that would be a great cherry on the top of this storyline. Because these ladies have been friends for, I think, a year and a half, maybe 2. And this was a story where Alexa Bliss essentially cured, quote unquote, Nikki Cross of being antisocial and barely vocal, and essentially made Nikki Cross the character and the person that she is. They have so much history, as from Nikki Cross being Alexa Bliss's lackey, and now to being her equal and best friend, to even in some ways being her superior by actually beating Alexa Bliss in matches before. And now having her friend completely taken away from her by Bray Wyatt, it's actually very interesting. You can see the stories has been growing, and the good way to end this off would be to have a big cinematic match. And I don't think they can have a match in a ring that would qualify as being like a great match. And because Alexa Bliss has absolutely zero great matches, she has a bunch of good matches. She is a good performer. She is not a fantastic performer, though. She is not Charlotte or Becky Lynch or Sasha Banks or anything like that. She is also one of the unofficial fifth horsewomen. She's probably the unofficial sixth one behind Asuka. Because, outside of the original four and Asuka, Alexa Bliss is the most pushed. They always find something for her to do. She's one of the golden children. So I think that they could probably get away with doing some type of cinematic thingamadoo with Alexa Bliss. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below. Like this video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.